In this video, I want to talk about reading books and why I think that reading books actually might have a negative effect, or it's not helping you as much as you think it is helping you. Because with reading books, we might get a feeling that we are getting somewhere. That we are getting somewhere, that we are progressing, right? We're reading books, and it gives us a feeling of of progress. So that's a transaction actually that's happening. The transaction is you read and you get a feeling. You get a feeling that something's happening. I'm going somewhere, right? And the more books I read, the better I feel about myself. The better I feel about my life. The better I feel about where I'm going with my life. The more books I read, the better I feel. But my opinion is, uh, are you really going somewhere? Yes, you're gathering knowledge. That's good. That is good. But I just saw a Facebook post. Somebody posted, said, my goal was to read 100 books in a year. I couldn't do it, so on and so on. But, she was close. A lot of books, okay. My problem with reading and being obsessed with it, or like thinking that I have to read a lot of books to create the results that I want. My problem with that idea is that we we are our priority in that case is to read as much as possible. Our priority is not to find the good ideas, find the right books, and focus on the right books. Maybe read the chapter, an important chapter, maybe read it every week for 2 months. To really install these fundamental principles of success inside your mind. And and the other problem is that when you are focused on reading a lot of books, you're not really focused on taking action. You're focused on uh, you just want to get the feeling that you're going somewhere. You don't want to do the real work. Uh, you don't want to do the real work, the real action. You don't want to take the real action in the world, which creates tension, fear, anxiety. It's gonna trigger your negative self-image. Your It's gonna trigger your insecurities that you have. It's just gonna trigger you if you start taking action on your desires, on your inspirations, the things that you want in your life. Start taking action on these things. You're gonna step into tension, and tension will trigger you. Okay. So we don't want to do that. We want to be isolated by ourselves and read, gather knowledge, and then we feel like, yeah, I'm the shit. I'm getting places. But I think reading is overrated. But I don't think reading is bad. I think reading is good. But what I want you to notice is, why are you reading? Why are you reading? And it's okay if the answer is, I just want to entertain myself. It's just, basically, if you're reading books to feel good about yourself, to feel good that you're going somewhere, that's basically entertainment. You watch entertainment, you wanna feel good, you wanna, you know, relax. So that's okay. But just being aware of that fact that you're reading books because, I want to be entertained, you know, feel like I'm going somewhere. It's like, okay, I have acknowledged this, now I'm aware of it. Now I'm aware of it, and now that I am aware of it, there is a possibility of transformation. And that's what we want. We want transformation. And transformation is, it's small steps, 1% every day, every week. But it's you're a tortoise. The pronunciation of this word is not the best, but the animal tortoise. uh, he takes it slow. He takes it slow, you know. And if we want transformation, we gotta take the same approach. So as you go about reading books and even watching YouTube videos and taking courses, see why you're doing it. And as you become aware of the sort of the negative reason, or the reason that's really not serving you, that's really not helping you to grow, as you discover the reason, that sort of negative reason, then there's a possibility of the opposite, right? The opposite is growth. Before, you weren't growing, you were just entertaining yourself. Now you become aware of that part of yourself that wants to entertain itself, and just, you become aware of that part, and then you can start letting go of this part that just wants to feel good. And you can start slowly easing yourself into becoming the version of yourself that is more focused on action, applying the core principles, some key exercises, some meditations, some kind of shadow work, applying that stuff. Because, yes, it is, there's resistance in your body. You don't want to go into that work. I mean, thinking about it brings up this heaviness in your body, resistance in your body, negative feeling in your body. That's that's how it works. That's how it should work. There's gonna be resistance. It's not gonna be like one day you're gonna wake up and you're just gonna feel inspired and motivated to, to do the work. The beginning is the hardest part. Beginning is the hardest. That's when the resistance is the biggest. That's when you're gonna feel pretty negative, probably. Beginning of changing something is always the hardest. And that change of the change of starting as a reader who is reading to just read, consume information, and makes you feel good, right? Going from that reader to the reader who is action oriented. That is a change. That's actually a big change. Because, as I said before, action entails tension. And tension will get you triggered. So, it's a very radical change, actually. So if you are able to make this change, you have made a huge change. You have made a foundational change within yourself, and that's gonna set you up for a very amazing life. You will be able to create the things that you want because you're action oriented. You have a good relationship with getting out of your comfort zone. You have a good relationship with tension, whether it's social tension, whether it's shadow work. It's tension because you're dealing with uncomfortable energies, maybe intense energies. So that's tension, okay? Whether you want to improve your social skills, you want to become an attractive man. Talking to women is tension, baby. That's one of the biggest tensions, one of the biggest things that we can do as men to get outside of our comfort zones is start talking to women, and um, especially the women we are attracted to. So yes, that's what I wanted to say in this video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.